Hey, what's happening? So, Liverpool beat Hoffenheim 6-3 on aggregate to book a place in this season's Champions League group stages. And yeah, listen, there's every reason to be excited about that. There are no excuses for me for not being excited. Although that being said, sometimes, given, you know, the internet and humanity, there is no accounting for minge bags. This time last year, as the Premier League season was kicking off, nobody put Liverpool above Arsenal or Manchester United. Two teams that were amongst the favourites, if not the favourites at times, to lift the Premier League title. But let's be honest, all of that is massively irrelevant because the most important aim for Liverpool's campaign last time around was to secure Champions League qualification. And again, at the start of the year, when we were snotting teams left, right and centre, playing glorious football, we were like, this top four chase thing is easy. Piece of piss, we'll rock our way. Yeah, that never happened. That never happened at all. It was really hard and it ended up being a massive slog and loads of stress, and Liverpool literally squeaked over the line in the end to finish fourth. And listen, yeah, I've done a video on this previously. We've laughed at Arsenal for being happy with fourth place finishes in the past, but you know what? A lot of it's jealousy and a lot of it is just simply to wind them up. But ultimately, we couldn't genuinely celebrate finishing fourth in the league one way or the other, because at the bare minimum, we couldn't say unequivocally that we were in the Champions League. There was the playoff round to come. There were no guarantees that we were even going to be in the main part of the competition for this season. So we've spent the summer on tenterhooks. We've spent the summer, look, worrying. And there's loads of things to worry about on and off the field, predominantly just the aforementioned minge bags attacking each other on Twitter. But that's for another day, for another video. We've had the fear in the back of our minds, and particularly when the draw comes out for the qualifying round and you get Hoffenheim and you think, aren't we meant to get some part-time no marks from some far-flung reach of Eastern Europe, and then standard, we get them, we struggle through on goal difference, and then we just get into the Champions League. It's tough, but ultimately it's almost a bank because you know you're going to beat that level of team, say. But no, we get the hardest draw we could possibly get. And yeah, the little voice in the back of your head that goes, everything's gonna be bad, you're in trouble. Oh, Europa League looms, Europa League. Yeah, that voice just gets louder and louder and louder. And the only way to shut that voice up is for Liverpool Football Club to play football matches and win football matches. And my God, they did that against Hoffenheim with aplomb. And even, let's be honest, after the first leg, which was good, I was there, it was great. No one quite expected it in the manner that it was. But why not? Why not? This is how Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp perform. And I think, again, this little voice, we're really shit, we're shit, really. That little voice needs to fuck off. Because, listen, at times he's right. And I can understand the presence of that voice. And I know why we've all got it. We have been beaten down as fans. As fans of a club with the expectations of Liverpool, we have been beaten down in the last, decade? Liverpool are not the force that they were, and that upsets me, but it's a harsh reality of where we are in modern football. The days of Liverpool being the highest ranked team in the UEFA coefficient seem very, very long ago. And of course, the issue that we mainly have around this, it's history. People bash us for going on about history all the time. And here's the thing, fuck off, history's boss. I'd well rather have history than have no history. There's loads of clubs with no history, and I'm sure they'd love a reason to go to their museums. I'm sure they'd love a reason to dig out some old videotapes of the teams and have a good old fashioned reminisce. I'm sure they would love some actual content for their club channels that isn't just people pissing around in tunnels and doing keepy-ups. Really sorry, Man City. 100% you, fine as they are. But at times Liverpool get absolutely bogged down with the history thing, and I think there's a right time and a wrong time for it. It doesn't get jettisoned, it doesn't get booted out the window. But I find it hard sometimes, but I have to think about what it must be like, and there'll be some of you watching who are, who were kids when Liverpool won in Istanbul. For me, that was the crown and achievement of being a Liverpool fan. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. The greatest, don't tell certain family members I said that. But since then, Liverpool have almost made a habit, not of pulling things out the fire and dragging success from seemingly impossible situations, which had become the story of the 10 years prior to that. And it absolutely is a million miles removed from Liverpool just being the best of football and just smashing people and winning things for fun season in, season out. No, Liverpool have become a disappointment to us as fans. And if you don't have those victories to sustain yourself from the past, all of a sudden, people like me rattling on about Istanbul every season must be getting really, really tiresome when, yeah, great that you got that Istanbul story. Great, oh yeah, Jimmy Traore, never even saw him play. I watched us lose to Aston Villa in an FA Cup semi-final. I watched us lose to Southampton over 2 legs in a League Cup semi-final. Your stories are amazing, but Liverpool are shit. And listen, this is where the voice comes from, and this is the problem with Liverpool. And this, for me, is why qualification for the Champions League is not the be-all and end-all, but my God, it's a bloody good step in the right direction. Why is it so important? Well, listen, European nights at Anfield, they are a cliche for a reason, because they are fucking amazing. All clubs have big occasions, and they all have big games with big atmospheres, but I say it again, it's a cliche for a reason. It's known throughout world football for a reason. It's not something that we've invented to make ourselves sound good. It's not self-labelling our stadium the theatre of dreams because it sounds good, because it's not. It's just a made-up piece of PR bullshit. No, European night at Anfield is a thing because it's built on time and time again. It happens. Saint Etienne, Olympiacos, Chelsea voted the loudest atmosphere in football history, whatever. It was great. And Hoffenheim again. Hoffenheim, not Chelsea, not Bayern, not Arsenal, not Saint Etienne, none of these big games. It was Hoffenheim in a qualifying game for the Champions League, where that voice in the build-up threatened to overtake us. And you know what we did? We turned round to that voice and we fucking threw the head in, and we turned round and we twatted Hoffenheim off the pitch, as is the Liverpool way, and as should be the Liverpool way once again moving forward. Because you know what? Liverpool Football Club need to get out of the habit of disappointing Liverpool fans. We need to get back into the habit of proving ourselves. We prove ourselves to the players on the pitch that we're prepared to support them, and they prove to us that they're prepared to deliver us success, silverware, stories and songs in return. Is this the be-all and end-all? No. Have Liverpool won a trophy for qualifying for the Champions League? No. Are you fucking mental? Do you genuinely think that people think that? Really? Where you dropped on your head as a baby? Honestly, no, of course not. But you know what? Liverpool genuinely are European royalty, with a reason that there's only one British team that has 5 European Cups on the Champions League sleeves. And there's a reason why opposition players come to Anfield and poo their pants in the face of the incredible atmosphere that we generate. So listen, yeah, not the finished product, and maybe the finished product might be years away. Who knows? We'll never know. But if you can't enjoy the fact that Liverpool are back in the Champions League, that those European nights are going to be returning to us on at least a regular basis for a couple of months, then you know what? You're either a fan of another football club, or you might be a bag full of minges. Anyway, just my thoughts on Liverpool's Champions League return for what it's worth. So subscribe, click that, subscribe.